Welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. If you've been here before, you know how welcome you are. If you're new to this channel, seriously, you are welcome to this because this channel is crazy. It's a fun hobby of mine. I have a massive collection of fragrances and it is my privilege and my honour to share them here with you on YouTube. Thank you for coming to this channel and I thank you for your time. Also, if you've been here before, you know I care little for the packaging, for the barcode, for the sprayer, for who advertises a certain fragrance. I am literally bothered about the juice inside the bottle. Is it good smell? Is it good performance? And therefore, does it represent good value for money? That's all I'm bothered with. And you know what, with these reviews, okay, maybe I might point you in a certain direction. Maybe I might confirm something you're thinking. But above everything else, my aim is to inspire you to wear a good fragrance every single day. Now, I've just set this new camera up because a lot of people have said to me, Leggy, get a decent camera with more than just a few megapixels. Okay, so I've just set this camera up and I thought to myself, I'll set it up, see how it works, and I'll do a review. Now, I've got a couple of bottles here. I have a Hugo Boss and I have a Lattafa, and I don't know which one to do. So let's do it like this. Let's have a show of hands. Let's have a show of hands for the Hugo Boss. Who would like me to review the Hugo Boss? Okay, 2. Who would like me to review the Lattafa? Okay, all right. Everyone put their hands down. Lattafa it is. I can hear chants in the back. Lattafa, Lattafa. And to be fair, my second name ought to be Lattafa, not Legg, because I am a massive, humongous fanboy of Lattafa. All amazing smells, all amazing performance, and all incredibly cheap for what you get. You know what? They're all absolutely awesome. Now, I need to talk to you about a mood fragrance. It's one of the mood ranges, okay? Lattafa's mood range. Here we go. Now, this one here is the 100ml Eau de Parfum. Still getting used to this camera. Come on, Leggy, pull your life together. And it's called Oud Mood. Let me spray it and let me tell you what will happen the second you smell this. Glasses for safety. Okay. Right. I've got to be honest with you. This is possibly the most fun fragrance I have in my collection. Right. The second you smell it, it's saying to you, Leggy, let's go out. Let's go and have some fun. Let's go out for a meal. Let's go out for a drink. It just wants to have fun, this fragrance. And it is the most amazing fun fragrance. All right. Let me tell you something about this Oud Mood. If you don't have a Lattafa and you say, Leggy, which Lattafa should I start with? This one. This is the most pleasant, easy to wear Lattafa ever. All right, start with this one. And trust me, once you've done this one, you'll say, I want more Lattafas, right? It becomes addiction. If you are looking to get into sort of Arabic style fragrances, once again, Oud Mood. Hit this one because this will get you into Arabic style fragrances. If you are looking to dabble in oud and you've heard some worrying things about oud, hit this one because this one shows you how pleasant, how fun and how incredible oud can be in a fragrance. All right, let me try and tell you about Oud Mood. Right, there are some big players in Oud Mood. There's a massive saffron note, you know, that beautifully sweet, spicy note. There's some other spices, you know, hidden in there, great to the mix, but you're not particularly going to detect them. You will get the saffron. You'll also get the rose, a beautiful floral rose. Nice clean rose it is. You'll also get like a caramelly, sugary note. You'll get a lot of vanilla, and then you'll get the oud. Now, if at the point which you hear oud, you're going, oh, Leggy, I don't know about oud. I don't. Right. The oud in here is possibly the most wearable oud you will ever come across. In fact, all the scare stories about oud and whatever you've got in your brain about oud, just buy this one for 100ml at a perfume on eBay, Amazon, that sort of place. This will cost you British money about £17. Okay, and trust me, the second you spray it, A, put a massive smile on your face, and B, you'll just want to go out and socialise because it is an incredible fragrance. And let me tell you, the performance is as good as the smell. All right, let me try and tell you about the performance. The performance on this one is wild. For the first 3 hours, this fragrance literally owns the airspace around you. All right, if you're in a room, this fragrance is that room. If you're in a car, this fragrance is that car. Wherever you go for the first 3 hours, this stuff is seriously like letting the dogs out. The performance, it literally pushes off you. It just fires all the different directions off you. It is incredible. In fact, let me give you 2 sort of examples of how this performs. Right, I'd worn it on with the shirt on a night out. I got in, yeah, could still smell it, put the shirt in the wash, the shirt went through the wash. The shirt went out on the line to dry, the shirt went in the ironing pile. A couple of days later, I was ironing the shirt, and the second I put the iron on that shirt, Oud Mood. Okay. This sticks to your skin like glue. This, seriously, it becomes those clothes for several washes and wears, if you know what I mean. This stuff's performance is nuclear. All right, let me give you another example. I was at work. Now, I work in a car dealership. It's quite a big dealership. I was serving a parts customer at the one end of the showroom. And as I was serving this customer, I thought, I smell a little bit of Oud Mood going on. When I'd finished serving this customer, I wandered down the showroom and a very good friend of mine, colleague of mine, sat at his desk, Monkey Chops by name. I said, Monkey Chops, you've got Oud Mood on. And he went, you're right, Leggy. Now, he wasn't moving around. Salespeople don't move around too much. He was sat at his desk. No, it wasn't just a few meters. I was at the other end of the showroom and I smelt the Oud Mood coming off him. You know what? If you're in a car and you put the window down, it just swirls it, and you can see everyone in the car going, you know, it doesn't choke people because it's such a beautifully lovable scent. You know, some fragrances are kicking off you wild and you can see people struggling in the car. This is just pure love in a bottle. All right, and it's pure fun. The ingredients in here, they are partying and they're inviting you to join in that party. This is perfect for a night out. Oud Mood, incredible fragrance, performance incredible, smell incredible, and I tell you what, you will fall in love with this fragrance, as indeed everyone in your airspace will, because they will smell this fragrance. Seriously, if you've never smelt it before, take a risk. Don't worry about the oud thing, because the oud is not... All right, what happens with the ingredients? Okay, they're all partying, and it's almost like they're sort of pushing each other around. You know, the saffron says, you know, let's be a sweet fragrance, and the rose says, no, let's be a floral fragrance, and the oud says, no, guys, come on, let's be an oudie sort of fragrance. And you know what? They're only play fighting. They're not sort of real fighting. They're not desperately trying to get your attention. They're just sort of pushing each other around. This is such a fun fragrance. Get it into your collection on my recommendation, and trust me, you will not regret it. I'm going to say Oud Mood is to Lattafa what Black Orchid is to Tom Ford. And if you know what I mean by that, you'll appreciate this fragrance. But you know what? That's not the one I'm going to talk about. Come on, Leggy. Pull it together. Glasses on for this one. Right, now, this is the one I'm going to talk to you about. It's in the Mood range, and this one is called, can't even see it myself, here we go, Musk Mood. Okay. Does it share any resemblance? Physical, yeah, but not the DNA. Okay. If you're expecting this to be, if you bought Oud Mood and you go, man, I want another mood because it's going to be similar, it's not. This is nothing to do with Oud Mood other than the shape, size of the bottle and the sort of design. Okay. With a name like Musk Mood, what do you think it's going to smell like? All right, let's have a show of hands. Yes, you, sir. What do you think it's going to smell of? Mood? No, wrong. It is going to smell like musk. And you're going to say, really, Leggy? With a name like Musk Mood, it's going to smell like musk. All right, it really is. Whereas Oud Mood isn't really dominant oud at all, Musk Mood is very much dominant musk. Okay, there is a little tiny bit of citrus, there is a little tiny bit of floral, but essentially, if I was to describe it to you, let's spray it first so I can properly describe it. It's a very sharp, sort of nostril hurting, clean, musky, powdery scent. Okay, let me just give you a little warning about this one. A lot of guys are going to be very off-put, certainly within the first half an hour of this fragrance, because it leans with the musky note, the vanilla-y note, and the sort of the way that it's very powdery. It does lean feminine. Now, if you've been to this channel before, you know I'm not bothered about that. I accept every fragrance as unisex, because after half an hour, when it sort of settles down, I'm not saying it totally changes sort of the way it smells, but once it's settled into your skin, and once you as a guy can wear it with confidence, this is an absolute beauty. All right, in terms of performance on the Musk Mood, it's not quite as wild and as far-reaching as Oud Mood, but its performance is nevertheless very similar. For the space of about 3 to 4 hours, it's a very big scent bubble round you and a lot of scent memory trail coming off. And I wore it recently, and after about 4 hours, I thought it had pretty much gone. And I just warmed up and it was off again. This, well, I don't know if you can see it with this new camera. Can you see that shiny sort of surface that it's left? Okay, you might not be able to see it even with this camera, but it leaves a very oily, shiny residue. And that, like the Oud Mood, lasts and lasts and lasts. You know what? This Musk Mood cost me, I think it was about £12. So it's a smidgen cheaper than Oud Mood. It's a similar performance, but in terms of the scent, I would just warn most guys, you will be put off. You'll say it's far too feminine, right? Deal with that first half hour, and this becomes, if you're kind of broad-minded with these things, this becomes very unisex. Now, I accept that most guys will just go, no, it's for a woman. But let it live on your skin. Let it dwell on your skin and wear it confidently as a guy. I've had some fantastic reactions with this one. It's not been in my collection long. I've probably worn it about 3 times, and every single time someone has said something. Okay, they haven't said, oh, you smell like a woman, or you smell like my gran, or whatever. They've actually said, you smell good. And it's because it's a nice clean scent. Sometimes musk is hidden at the bottom of a fragrance, and it's there, it's almost in the dark recesses of that fragrance. It's the base notes, as we call them. But because the musk is right from the start and right at the top, it's a very clean musk. Yes, there's some vanilla in there, and the vanilla probably keeps it that sort of clean sort of musk. So would I recommend you buy it? Okay. It's not quite as easy wear as the Oud Mood, because Oud Mood is 100% unisex, okay? I would say this does lean feminine, and if you're bothered about that sort of thing, then this isn't for you. But if you're like me and you're not bothered, then this, because of its incredible performance. You know, I could smell this on my skin at the 12-hour mark. Okay, it wasn't projecting at that point. There was just, I had to go quite close to my skin, but at the 12-hour mark, this bad boy, Musk Mood, was still there. Okay, so it's been a long review. To be fair, cut me some slack because I have done 2 Lattifas and my passion is with Lattafa. I could talk on a live stream about Lattafa. Don't worry, I won't. And I hope you appreciate that these 3D glasses give this review a sense of realism. No. Okay, right. I really appreciate your visit to this channel. I appreciate your time. You've been in a good place and I really have had fun with your company. So hopefully I've inspired you to, if you haven't already got Oud Mood, definitely buy Oud Mood and maybe get a sample or at least try Musk Mood, see if it could be for you. So I'm going to bid you farewell now. But before I go, I would like to say, I'd like you to stay safe. I'd like you to stay happy. I'd love you to spray fragrance every single day. And I hope to see you next time for another review. Goodbye.